Hey everyone, this is Colin, and I am back and glad to be back into normal society after being back out in the backcountry for like 2 weeks. So that's great, and I'd like to welcome you all to ClassyHerps. Alright, so first off, sorry about the shakiness, this is a weird position. You see my tarantula there, I don't really know what's wrong with him. He's not moving, he's all curled up. Either he's gonna die or he's gonna molt. I'm just pretty sure he's gonna molt. He's just all curled up. I've heard that's what they act like, so not too worried about him. So I haven't done a reptile weigh-in for a long time, and I think you guys are interested in what my weights are gonna be, so you can get an idea of what I'm gonna be breeding this year. Alright, so those were all the weights of my ball pythons, leopard geckos, and my Kenyan sandboa Ben. So, as you can see, I've got maybe 2 or 3 females that are going to be able to breed this season, and that's my pinstripe, my axanthic, and my normal female Darla is going to be able to breed. She should be up to weight. I'm not going to breed her just because she's my pet, and I just don't really want to breed her. So, I also threw in a quick little feeding video of Darla because last night it was feeding night and they were all in feeding mode, and I woke up this morning and she was still ready to eat, so I just gave her another one. So I thought that I'd get that on film. Right now, some sad news that I came home to was I take a lot of pride in keeping my ball python's husbandry the best I can, so all their sheds come out perfect. Everything is just perfect for them. I came home and my dad had put in a dehumidifier in the room over there. It's because this room is pretty humid and some stuff in there was starting to rust. You can see a lot of water evaporates from the turtle tanks, and yeah, there's just a lot of water in here. And it's a pretty humid room, so things are starting to rust. So he put in a dehumidifier when I was gone, and that pretty much sucked all the humidity out of my ball python's tubs and everything, and a lot of them were just about to shed. This is my normal male Allen, my pet, and he shed, and as you can see, this is the results of what it's like with too low humidity when a ball python sheds. See all this stuck shed? Or it just comes off in little pieces like this everywhere. It's bad. And he still has plenty of stuck shed on him. You can see this is what a stuck shed looks like. This is what you don't want. See, he's got some parts of him are off, some parts are still on, like that. It's because there wasn't enough humidity and moisture in his skin. It's like a lotion. It's gotta be moist enough for it to peel off, and it wasn't because it was so dry from that dehumidifier, which makes me really angry because I just don't like it. It's not healthy for him. It's just so much better if you get it to come off in one big shed like this. That's what you're going for. So give them enough humidity, and that shouldn't be a problem. So that wasn't the case. I had a few of them who actually shed when I was gone and had some stuck sheds, so that was very unfortunate. But I increased their humidity a ton, and I'm giving them baths, so hopefully we can get this settled out. And plus, it's a huge pain to clean all this shed up. It's just little pieces just everywhere, and it's just a bunch of trouble. So that's what a stuck shed looks like, and how to avoid it. Just give them plenty of humidity. Right here you can see his face shed. You can see the 2 little eye holes right there in his nose. At least that came off. If their eye caps don't come off, that can be a problem. That can be a big problem because they can't see, and if they can't see, they can't eat, and they can get aggressive like that. But at least his eye caps came off, but not the rest of his head. You see there his eyes are clean, so that's good, but the back of his head still's got shed, and it's just a mess. Alright, so for your pup of the week, it's going to be this stripe face pup. And this is exactly what I like my stripe face line to look like. So, I mean, that is a picture perfect, straight, solid line. It's kind of cool if it jags a little bit, zigzags. But his is just straight up his face, black on both sides, and it's a pretty unique rat. So that's been your pup of the week. I know you guys hate rat videos, but I've had some weird things going on with medical issues with my rats, and I kind of want to share these things with you so you guys, if anyone who else raises rats, kind of knows what to do, or what it is, or what's going on. Alright, first off, I have this female rat here. She's bred probably 4 times. And about a month ago, I noticed she was developing this lump on her underside where, kind of like her back legs. I'm going to show you this. It's kind of disturbing, so please, viewer discretion is advised because this is really nasty. It is a tumor, and it has developed over the last month to be very large and horribly disgusting looking. And I imagine it's extremely painful, so I'm going to euthanize her so she can be out of that pain. I always give them a little bit of time, about a month, just to see if she can heal on her own, and if she can't, which obviously she isn't, then I'm just going to put her out of her pain, and she won't be too hard to replace. But that's a tumor. It's somewhat common in female rats to get them in their reproductive organs, like that's probably where that one is, and it's common to happen if a rat breeds once and she doesn't have any more babies after that, but that is not the case for her. For whatever reason, she just developed this tumor and it's not going away, so I'm gonna have to put her down. Okay, next is this rat who, otherwise besides this problem, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, watch how it walks. Just watch it. It really has no use of its back legs anymore. It's pretty much paralyzed. It can still move them, but they just kind of drag along behind it. I feel so sorry for it because its head is okay. There's nothing wrong with it mentally. It's just kind of handicapped. So I'm probably also going to put it down just because it's suffering a lot, and I just don't really know what else to do with it. I've never seen this kind of thing happen before, but here it is. I mean, of course, everything's got to happen with so many animals. If you have this many animals, everything's kind of bound to happen. I've only had like 3 or 4 cases of tumors like this being the worst by far. I've had it heal most of the time on its own. I don't really know how that happens, but a bulge forms and then over a month or so it kind of goes away. Hers definitely hasn't. It's continued to grow, and she really has no use for that back leg anymore. It just kind of drags behind her. This one, on the other hand, I don't really know what's wrong with it. Besides, it just can't really use its back legs anymore, and it just has to drag itself around, so I feel bad for it. Alright, now for your Who's Your Mama, that's her right there, and her babies have been weaned. Like I mentioned a while back, something went wrong with her litter, and a lot of them got killed, and I replaced her with this mom right here. And only one baby of your Who's Your Mama litter has survived. This right here is the sole survivor of your Who's Your Mama, and it's a little boy. He's just gonna be food or whatever, but he's the only one that survived out of his litter, so that's kind of cool. He's got a nice little striped back, just like his mom. That's why I picked his mom out. He's got that striped back. So it's kind of cool. So he's weaned now, and he's hiding. I guess he's kind of shy. Kind of cute when they do that. But next week I will show you your new Who's Your Mama of the week so we can follow her, and hopefully it will go a little bit better. Also, a bit of an update on this mystery rat here. I think I've kind of figured out what it is. Alright, so this right here is what I assume to be a blue rat, which is also Rex, Dumbo, and kind of hooded. That's what blue looks like again. This right here is what black looks like, so blue is kind of a grayish color. This right here is what white looks like, albino, just for comparison. And this is that one that I couldn't figure out what it looks like. Now, what I think it is because look at a normal blue's eyes. See the color? They're black, right? Look at an albino's eyes. They're red, right? Red eyes almost always means albino. And look at the black eyes, they're black. Look at our mystery rat's eyes. What color are they? They're red. He's got red eyes. So, what that makes me think it is it's a blue rat. It's also Rex Dumbo. but it has an albino gene in it, so it's like a cross, and I think that just lessens the gray. Not 100% sure on this, but it would make sense, because it's definitely not white, it's definitely not gray, it's definitely not black, it's somewhere in between, it's kind of like a mix, but I think it's an albino blue. And if that's what it is, then that makes it really awesome, because it's a male, and I can breed him into my stripe face projects. I can breed him into so many things. I can make this hooded so it looks like that too. I mean, I can just do so many things. This rat projects, they're really fun because they go so fast. It's not once a year like snakes. It's once a week. It's pretty fun stuff. I'd recommend anyone who likes snakes and breeding kind of stuff to get into this too.